All right, guys, welcome to the training. So in this module, what we're going to do is we're going to look at 4 ways that we're going to be able to build lookalike audiences to expand our targeting. Let's jump in. All right, first and foremost, what are Facebook lookalike audiences? Facebook lookalike audiences are an advanced way to target, it's an advanced targeting option that you can use that goes beyond just the basic interest and demographic targeting that we would normally use to find new customers. We typically go into Ads Manager, and we would select our targeting filters based on the demographics or where they live, their age, their interests, pages they follow, things of that nature. But the lookalike audiences are really, really powerful ways to find new customers. These are net new customers, what I like to call them, based off of your existing customer list or based off of your custom audiences. People that have already engaged with you, people who have already been to your website, people who follow your page, people who watch your videos, people who purchase from you. So at the core, all the lookalike audiences are a source audience upon which you can build a lookalike audience, right? So you have to have that source, that core audience first, whether it's a list of customers that you upload to Facebook, or it's people who have digested your content, engaged with your page. There's a number of different ways. And basically, Facebook will take all those data points of your source audience and finds new people that are similar to that using a set percentage example, which you'll specify, what percentage of those people, the top 1% of profiles that match your source audience. And then you can further target down in there. And so I'll show you some screen shares, and then I'll actually, at the end of the presentation, I'll go in and show you on the live screen share step by step of what this looks like. So essentially, you got to have your source audience, and then from there, we'll build a lookalike audience of those people. Instead of you having to try to figure out what people, what their interests are, if you've already got a core group of people, maybe you upload your customer list and you want to find more people like that, right? Then you'll upload that list and then tell Facebook, hey, find these people, and then I want you to find more people that look like that. So lookalike audience is defined, all right? Unlike interest-based targeting, lookalike audiences allow you to create the source audience, giving you more control. As a result, you'll end up with better quality audiences because you can find new audiences that are almost identical to your existing customers. Lookalike audiences are best used to target new cold audiences at the top of your sales funnel, so what I call net new customers. For example, you could run a top of the funnel content campaign to all of your lookalike audiences you build. This would start to warm up the audience as you take them from the top of the sales funnel to the bottom. All right, and so here's a screenshot of what that looks like whenever you go into create your custom audience. And you can see the audience percentage sizes range from 1 to 10% of total population in the country that you choose, with 1% being those who most closely match your source audience, all right? So you can use video to create lookalike audiences, all right? Facebook users watch 100 million hours worth of video on the platform every single day. That's insane, right? So it should come as no surprise that video is probably one of the best ways you can distribute content, and you can create engagement and create your source audience really quickly, all right? Video allows you to build brand recognition and trust with your target audience quickly. So if you're running a video-based content strategy, which you should, and you want to scale that campaign to reach more people, the lookalike audiences is a great way to go and find new people who, if you've got people who've watched your video already, then telling Facebook, hey, I want to find more people who have watched this video already, then they will be able to do that and say, okay, based on your source audience, we know that these other users would also enjoy your video content, right? So instead of you having to have the customer list and the customer base, maybe you're starting out fresh, or maybe you don't have any custom audiences of people who have engaged with your page. Maybe you don't have a ton of followers on your page. This is a great way to quickly build a source audience and say, hey, Facebook, I want you to show anybody that's watched 15 seconds of my videos, create a custom audience of those people, and a lookalike audience of people that look like that. Right? And so it's a lot easier to just find somebody to watch a video versus have them opt into one of your pages. Or like I said, if you're new and you don't have a list, this is a great way to quickly build your source audience and then your custom audience, your lookalike audience on top of that. So here's what you do: is you go in and you'll go into your ads manager. You hit the three arrows here, and again, I'll show you a live screen share of what this looks like in just a second. If you don't have it as a shortcuts, then you'll go to your all tools to open up. You'll go in under assets and you click audiences. Right. So before you can create a video lookalike audience, you first need to create a custom audience of people who have watched your video. So you'll need to upload your videos. Right. If you already have videos, then you'll already be able to go in and create this source code. If you don't have any video content, then you'll have to upload some video content and you'll have to start getting some views. I would recommend boosting your posts to your target audience. You know, let's say you're targeting real estate agents. Then you want to upload your content and target your real estate agents and get realtors to start watching your video, right? Then when you go in and you select that source code to say, I want to create a lookalike audience of everybody who have watched this video, right? Or maybe your target audience is people who want to buy auto insurance, right? And you target those people, get them to watch your video, and then you can go in and create your lookalike audience from there. So to create a custom video audience, your custom video audience will allow you to segment your viewers based on which videos they watched and how much of the video they watched. So to create a custom video audience, you simply go into your Facebook Ads Manager. You're going to click the navigate to the audience dashboard, and then you click on the menu button and go to all tools. And then here's where you create your custom audience. So when you follow those steps, you go to custom audience, and then it's going to say what kind of custom audience. And this is the step that you'll go to create any type of custom audience that you want, right? And again, lookalike audiences are after you've created the custom audience first, okay? So you already went to that section, but if you haven't, go back and watch how to build a custom audience for more in-depth training on custom audiences and building that source code, right? Once you get that, then you're building your lookalike audience, okay? So you've gone to create custom audience, and you go to engagements on Facebook, or maybe you want to create a custom audience or a source audience of people who have visited your website, or people who have that you already have your customer information, or leads that you've already purchased, or a mailing list you've already hit. You can upload all of those as well too. Once you hit engagement on Facebook, and you'll say what kind of engagement. I want the video engagement, okay? And then you'll select people who have viewed at least 3 seconds of your video, 10 seconds of your video, 25, 50, 75, 95% of your video. And so you can refine that source audience, that custom audience of all different types, but in this case, video. So to create the lookalike audience, the next step that you're going to do is you're going to create an audience for all video views at every engagement level. You just need to go ahead and create it. Just create all of your custom audiences. You've already done that, but if you haven't, go back and create a segment for 10 seconds, 25, 50, 75, 95. And that way you'll have these, because once you build them, you never have to recreate them, okay? And then you're going to build your lookalike audience. You're going to navigate to the audience dashboard, go to your ads manager. You're going to click create audience, then select lookalike audience from the dropdown. So instead of custom audience, you'll click lookalike audience, okay? And then from there, you're going to create lookalike, and then you're going to select your source of which video it is that you want, okay? So your source, you'll put in, I want all people who have watched all my videos for 25 seconds or 25%, right? Select that, and then you can go and further refine it. So of all those people, maybe you've got people who have watched your videos all over the country, but you're just looking to target the people who are 35 to 55 in Texas for this particular campaign. You'll be able to do that. So you'll select your audience, your country size, and then you'll go to next, and then you'll open up ads manager just like you would before. So even within that lookalike audience, you can still further refine that and say, I only want this age group and this age group, and I only want this particular geographic area, right? So you can really narrow it down with these lookalike audiences, is what make them so powerful. So the next thing you can do is you can set up a email lookalike audience, all right? So again, you'll go to your audiences, instead of selecting engagement on Facebook, you'll select customer file, and then you'll upload your custom audience to create your source audience first, okay? Again, go back to the custom audiences if you haven't done that already, but once you've done that, then you'll just upload them here, and you'll select it'll upload all of your emails, okay? And these are the 15 data points that they're going to find from your CSV file. So you take all of your customer data, all of the mailing lists that you've bought, all of your prospects, things like that, and upload those files. Maybe you already have an email list, upload that email list in here, okay? And then you're gonna just map out your identifiers. So you're gonna match the email from from your list to email on Facebook and say, hey, I want this field to recognize as Facebook's email. This is their first name, and then map these out all the way. So Facebook knows what they're looking for out of that CSV file. So you say, this is the column for emails, this is the column for first name, this is the column for names, so on and so forth. It might take a few hours to maybe a day, and then you'll have your source audience created. Once that's created, it'll say your audience was created, and the next step is to create a lookalike audience. You simply hit create lookalike audience, and then you go in here and you select the source, which was the audience you just uploaded, and you'll say, I want the top 1% of people on Facebook in the United States that look like that, okay? Then once you go in and you want to run an ad specific to that group, just because maybe, like I said, maybe you're just nationwide, maybe you're just in Texas, but you have to upload the list and select the top 1% nationwide. Then from there, when you go to create the ad, you can further refine and say, I want to narrow this down just to Texas, or just to Austin, Texas, or just Dallas, Texas, where you can create whatever number of cities within there that you'd like to, just like you normally do. Okay. So lookalike audiences for page likes is the next step that you want to do. You want to find all the people that like your page, and then you want to create a lookalike audience of that. This is the easiest one to do because everybody already has a page and you already have people that follow it. Boom, done. The more followers you have, the more data Facebook has to refine that and get you a really solid lookalike audience. But you know, this is a very easy 2-click step to create a lookalike audience based off the people who follow your page. So if you've got a lot of friends and families, and you know, maybe 500 or 600 people who like your page, and you know those are the types of people that you want to market to, then create a lookalike audience of those people. And this is why it's important never to purchase followers, okay? Because if you ever purchase followers on your page, this will never work for you, because those followers are going to be fake, and it's going to give Facebook a bunch of skewed data from which to create the lookalike audience. So never, never, never buy followers on your pages. So this is my favorite one, right? Incognito page audiences, all right? Incognito pages are my secret weapon for targeting perfect customers. So what I'll do is I'll build a page that will engage the interests of my perfect customers. Guys, the way that Facebook is today, prices just keep continuing to increase and increase and increase. And it's making it really, really expensive for the small business owner to effectively market and generate leads on any quantity without shelling out a ton of cash, all right? So owning your audience, focusing on custom audiences, focusing on lookalike audiences, and having your own pages, and like I said, owning your audience. What I mean by that is these followers are my followers. Those are people on my page. They're just like lead, just like collecting an email opt-in. Because when I boost a post, it's going to go to these people, and it's very, very inexpensive to market to your own audience compared to marketing to, say, I want to target the people who follow a certain page, right? To market to other people's audiences costs more money than if you're just marketing to your own. So you want to try to build up your own audiences as quickly and inexpensively as you can. And this is a great way to do that. And so in this example, I sell a lot of products to insurance agents, right? So insurance agents are one of my perfect customers, all right? So I created a page called Insurance Humor on Facebook, and obviously the only people that are going to laugh at insurance jokes are insurance agents for the most part. So 99.9% of the people that follow this page are going to be insurance agents. And the great thing here is that I can engage them in a way that's non-threatening, that's inviting, that's humorous, that really encourages a lot of interaction with funny memes and videos and just lightheartedness, that they're not expecting to get sold anything or anything like that. And I will never sell them anything from this page. This is simply to build an audience, because what I can then do is I can go and from my product page, or the page of my insurance agent page that I sell products from, I can then target this audience as my source audience. I can say, hey, I want to run a page insurance agents, and I want to target all the people who follow my insurance humor page. I can do that. I can also create a lookalike audience and say, hey, I've got 30,000 people that follow this page. I want to create a lookalike audience like that. And then I can run ads from other pages targeting this page's audience. All right. And it's a very easy way to build up my custom audience and to market to them very inexpensively, right? So otherwise, if I'm not marketing to this, then I got to figure out, okay, how do I find insurance agents? I can target the industry and the job titles and things like that. But this is a really great way to quickly build up an audience that you own, that's far less expensive to market to. I can tell you that to boost a post to these guys, I typically get 3 to 5 times more exposure on this page than I do on my product page, because this page's edge rank is extremely high. I get a lot of engagement on my posts, and I'll show you some of these examples here when I switch my screen over. So one of the advantages to using lookalike audiences is the ability to scale your campaigns quickly and easily, because you can create lookalike audiences based on a percentage sample of the people that you already have in the audiences that you own. It's just less expensive, and they convert 20 to 30% higher. All right. So let me just show you guys a couple of examples here. All right. So here's my insurance humor page. Okay. I'm just going to show you some examples. So I just recently started building this. I don't have a ton of people. I got like 1,300 people that follow it. But look at the engagement here. So let me find my insights here. And you can compare this to your own page just to kind of see the level of engagement. But what you can see is I've got a tremendous amount of engagement compared to views, because it's very non-threatening. Okay, so look, I've got 998 people have seen it, and I've got 60, 70, 88, almost 100 engagements. All right, 2,600 people have been reached, and almost 300 engagements. Right, that's almost 10% engagement, guys. That's huge. 1,290 engagements, almost 10% there. So the engagement level is extremely high. Here's over 300 and 2,400 views. Over 10% of the people that saw it engaged with it. That's extremely high engagement. So when I post something, even organically, I'm getting dozens and dozens and dozens of likes and comments and shares. Without ever even having to spend money. And then when I do spend money, I still get a ton of engagement. Here's one, 7,200 people reached, and look, over 1,000 engagements. That's really, really, really strong, guys. Really, really strong engagement. All right. And this is because, again, it's a non-threatening, it's a what I call an incognito page, because they don't know who's behind it. There's no company listed. There's no products being sold. And what I'll do is I'll come over to my other page that I sell insurance products from, and I will run ads from this page and target the users of the other pages. And I'll just show you kind of the difference in engagement. Look at this, 4,000 reach and only 100 engagements, right? On the other page, that would have been close to 400 engagements or more. Right, so it's just a tremendously different. Here's 7,200 and less than 100 engagements. Right, the other one had 7,200 and over 1,000 engagements. Just an enormous difference in engagement, which means better edge rank, better placement, stronger audience, and I can build that audience a lot cheaper. Right, this page is 3 years old, 2 years old maybe, and it's got less than 1,000 people. The other page is like 60 days old and has more followers than this. Why? Because the edge rank is so much better. My page is showing up faster. I'm getting a lot better placement, a lot more engagement on my stuff. So my post is getting seen by more people more often. It's just a much stronger page than this one, and that's to be expected. So what you can do is you can create custom audiences. So if you know that maybe you're targeting nurses, maybe you create a page that's supporting nurses, or maybe you got you're targeting school teachers and you want to create a page that's like, dedicated to school teachers, or military page, build a veterans page where you highlight veterans and you share good content with veteran memes and good stories about veterans, and just build that page up. You're going to get a lot of engagement. You're going to be getting your perfect customer targeting that page, and then you can run ads to that audience for probably 30 to 40% cheaper than if you had to target veterans by other means through interests or job titles or industries and things of that nature. All right. So let's jump into Ads Manager really quick. Again, you'll click on your menu, you'll go to audiences, or over here, audiences. Once you get to your page, then you're going to create an audience, custom audience, lookalike audience, right? So these are all my custom audiences, and I can go and create a lookalike audience. Again, you should already have your custom audience. If you don't, you can go back and watch that, and I'll show you how to create those. But we're going to assume that you've already got them. Okay, so here's all my different custom audiences, and I can create these. And I can say, okay, well, these are people who have watched 3% of my video. And then I can type in United States. I want to target the people in the United States who watch 3% of my videos. Okay. And then I'll create the audience, and then it'll be there. Okay. Very, very easy. I'm also going to put the steps for you in the download section. But you want to, first things that you want to do is create all of the custom audiences that you can, right? So create audience, custom audience. You want to create your customer files, which are all the files that you upload. If you've already got CSVs, if you have a database or a CRM, download those contacts and put them in here. Your website traffic, I'll show you how to do that as well. And then your engagement. Everybody who's watched your videos, everybody who's filled out your lead forms, everybody who's engaged with your page, everybody who's RSVP'd to an event, people who've engaged with your Instagram profile. On your page, you can say, I want anybody who's engaged with my page, anybody who's visited my page, anybody who's clicked a call to action on my page, anybody who sent a message to my page. There's so many different ways you can slice and dice your source audience, create those, then you go in and of every single custom audience you have, you should have a corresponding lookalike audience as well. So create all your custom audiences and then all your lookalike audiences.